My expectations for Lollapalooza in Brazil, the first time, well, I hear this is the first time Lollapalooza's been in Brazil, and it's the first time I've been in Brazil, so it's a lot of firsts, and I don't know what to expect. I mean, if it's anything like the Lollapalooza concerts have been in the States, I would expect, you know, several great days of music, and beyond that, just great atmosphere, a lot of interesting bands. I'm looking forward to seeing as many of the other bands as I can and just see what sort of atmosphere is going on. And then, of course, to be in Brazil and see Brazil for the first time and meet Brazilians and see how they like our music and just the whole thing, I'm just really excited about. I've got to say this will be my first time going to Lollapalooza, but you know, as an artist as well, I've always wanted to go, but I'm always on tour as well. So it never worked out for us to play there before now. I've always been a huge Jane's Addiction fan and a Perry Farrell fan. I think he's incredibly creative, and you know, he's got a great mind for rock and roll music and the way he thinks about it and the way he's sort of very visual as well. I always love seeing the Foo Fighters and known those guys for years, so this is going to be really fun and to see them. This is their first time in South America, and so it's going to be a real thrill to watch that. But I also, you know, a lot of the bands that we'll be on stage with, I want to see TV on the Radio, I want to see Band of Horses, Cage the Elephant, Peaches, of course. And I also want to see some of the Brazilian bands. I'm not even sure which ones are necessarily Brazilian, and I wouldn't want to pronounce their names wrong, but I'm going to definitely be hanging out for that. Big Monkeys, I want to see Jane's Addiction, of course, as they started this whole thing. MGMT, Skrillex, I'm really curious to see what that's about. Foster the People, stuff like that, and of course, Brazilian bands. So I'm really looking forward to playing with the Foo Fighters in Brazil at Lolla. I've known the guys for probably, well, Dave, those guys, maybe 15 years. Pat Smear, who used to be in a band called the Germs, I've known since I was in a band called the Runaways, because I produced the Germs, and so we kind of go way back, and so it's a real kick to play together. And we did some stuff in New York. They played Madison Square Garden, and I came on stage and played a song with them, played Bad Reputation with them, and it was so much fun. And then we did it on David Letterman, and it was a real joy, because being friends too, it was like beyond just, you know, it wasn't just business, it was just real pleasure. And so I can't wait to have that same sort of experience with them down there and see what happens and how the audience reacts with them, and just, you know, kind of be in the moment with them.
You know, I'm really looking forward to seeing Joan fucking Jett.
Yeah.
Joan Jett. Because Joan Jett is she's the real deal. She's a real rock and roller, you know. If you get her talking about rock and roll, she'll stand up out of her chair, and she is fucking awesome. So